Hey guys, it's a virtual day, so I hope everybody's staying warm and staying well or feeling better, whichever one of those applies to you. This quarter in English, we've been working on writing, and so our first bigger writing assignment was a short story. Short story one was based on the prompt that you as the main character had seen something that you weren't supposed to see. You had information that you weren't supposed to have. And you were faced with the ethical dilemma of, do I come forward and tell the truth to help my friend out of a jam with this information that I know if it's going to cost me my job? Can I, come forward and tell the truth if there's a huge risk for me? And that was short story one, and I got a lot of really, really good creative stories. Those need to be typed up in Google Docs and submitted under short story one final draft. Okay, that I've put due next Thursday, the same day as the 9 weeks project. Now, our big 9 weeks writing project is a choose your own adventure story. And I told all of the students that if they wanted to use short story one as their starting place, they could. Or if they wanted to do something entirely different, they could do that as well. And I've, again, gotten some really interesting, really creative stories. So let me walk you through this whole choose your own adventure situation. Since, again, this is due next Thursday, a week from today, February 27th. It is due. Um, this is one of those things where you can turn it in early, you cannot turn it in late. You can do more than what is required, you cannot do less. So, and we just have this as a way to start working towards deadlines. It's been on emails I've sent, and the date has been written on my board the whole 9 weeks. So we've been talking about it and working up to it this whole 9 weeks. But since we have a couple of virtual days here, I thought I would make a video and get everybody up to snuff or up to speed. Okay, so we are using a Google Slides template to use. Sorry, my speakers think I'm talking to them. But yes, we are using a template that I found for a choose your own adventure novel. We have looked up examples of choose your own adventure novels that are scanned into and free to read on the Internet Archive. And so we've talked about this, how we write enough of a story to get the main character, the reader, to a choice. And so the Google Slides template is set up like this. This picture is attached to the, this picture is attached to the assignment, but it's also going to be attached to the email with this video. So these are how our choices go. We have A1 here, and that's the intro to our story. That's our setup. So if we're talking about walking in the woods, I'm going to expect to see some details about, is it daytime or nighttime? Are we walking amongst trees, or is there a stream nearby? What time of year is it? Are the trees, is it like spring, summer? We've got leaves on the trees and lots of birds going around, or is it like really cold and bare and kind of creepy? Like I'm gonna want details. If you're walking in the woods, if you're walking by the beach, same thing. I'm gonna want to know. Are you walking on sand, or is it a rocky beach, or blah blah blah? Anyway, so paint a picture. You paint a picture in your opening of your story for A1, okay? And you tell me where you are and describe it to me, okay? Then we come to a choice, all right? And so that is what leads into B1 and B2 in the Google Slides template that is already attached to the third quarter writing project or quarter 3 writing project assignment in Google Classroom. These labels right here that I'm using to refer to these different circles, they are the actual names of the slides. So when you click through and make the choice, it'll take you to the next bit of writing for the choice that you made. Okay, sorry. I know this is going to be a rough cut, but okay, so I was showing this and showing how our characters get to make choices. And I'm really excited about this because I'm trying to get, well, I've been able to get everybody to understand essentially what it is we're doing, how we're putting these stories together, and how choices impact us. And so I'm really excited about this. So to better explain how this works, I have got my example story, because as the students are working on their stories, I try to also have one going of my own. So I've got some pre-writing, I've got some notes here, and I've got them labeled with the correct slide number and letter, the correct slide reference. And so I know which one of these ideas goes in which one of these circles, which one of these spots. So I told the students that they could either pre-write with notes like this, so long as they could label them, so that they would know which slide to put it into, or that if they wanted to do, just tore my paper. But if they wanted to do a visual pre-writing where they drew out the choices and wrote some notes in the bubbles to make sure that they had enough material to fill up the entire template, I told them that this was fine as well. So your students should have either some notes written and labeled, or they should have a map done that looks similar to this sort of pyramid, and that is their starting point. That's their jumping off point for their story. Now, like I said, I've gotten some really good and creative ideas. I am loving to see the interaction. They're asking each other, hey, what, does this sound good? What should we do next? Do you think it would be a good idea if we did this? And the collaboration has just been amazing. So instead, though, of spoiling potentially any of the student stories, because I really would love to be able to surprise you guys with these, instead of spoiling theirs, I'm just going to spoil mine for you. Okay, so my A1 right up here at the top, I'm going to be reading off and then showing you here. Mine is that I woke up one morning, I'm feeling pretty weird, but I decide, it'll be fine. I don't feel really sick exactly, so I'm fine to go into work. I'll go into work anyway. But then suddenly, before I know it, and I'm working an office job, so this is not me teaching at the school. This is me in an office job. All of a sudden, the receptionist calls me and says, "Hey, there are some men here that want to talk to you, and they are in full tactical gear." Obviously, that's going to make me super nervous. So then I have a choice to make, right? So my choice is, do I want to go to B1 and hide in the janitorial closet and hope that the guys get bored and leave me alone? Or do I want to B2, do I want to make this choice where I actually go up to the reception desk and try to talk to the people and see what happens, kind of cross my fingers? And so then from there, if I choose to hide in the closet, well then, I've got to make other choices. Like, Am I just going to wait a certain amount of time? Like, or am I going to wait until I hear people leaving? Or is somebody going to find me in the closet? And then each thing that happens affects the rest of the story and the ending that you get. Okay? Now, I have had people, when they started putting their ideas into this pyramid, they were like, I actually don't have enough room to put all of the story on here that I want to write. And I was like, that's totally fine, my guys. I can help you with creating extra slides that will work with your template. It's totally fine. I can do that. And so I'm explaining this to you as well. I can totally do that. Now, on this picture right here, all of the extra letters are cut off. As far as which would be the next step underneath here, but it's okay. I can still, even if your student does not know, okay, well, what's my next letter going to be? It is okay. That should still be on the picture that is attached to the Google Classroom. Yes. So, the digital copy of the picture has, oh, can you see it? Nope. Oh, there it is. So we have extra letters. They can go all the way through. They can go all the way through P if they want to. Okay? They do not have to. They have to go through H. They have to finish this much of a story. They do not have to go farther, but they can. Okay? So, let's just recap all of this, because again, this is due next Thursday, the 27th. You can turn it in early. You cannot turn it in late. You can do more. You cannot do less. Okay? These right here, this picture, and hopefully I've shown it enough in the video, this is like a reference for putting your story into the Google Slides template. A copy has been attached for each student. If your student is working together with another student to put their story together, I can also help with that. But these are the references for which slide is which part of the story. So where your choices lead and which ending it goes to. Okay? And your student should already have currently right now in their possession either some notes that are labeled with the slide references or a visual map drawn that looks like that pyramid so that they know which part of the story goes where. And if they need more choices, they are allowed to go up through P, and I can make slides for that. So if you need help, do not hesitate to email me. I need to know if you need me to combine your project with another person's, like so that you guys can work on the same file. I can do that. And I need to know if you need extra slides. If you have a student that is working by themselves and they're just doing this, then everything is already set up for them. They already have the copy that they can begin to type into. Okay? Now, ideally, I would love for things to be handwritten out so that we can go over it together. I can offer feedback, correct spelling, punctuation, give thoughts on grammar, that sort of thing. But with all the sickness going around and the fact that it is due next week, I completely understand if you have to go straight to typing it in, and then I will just give feedback that way. All right. So please, please, please let me know if you have any questions or if you need anything tweaked with the project for your student. Just check in with them on that. And as far as math goes, I will be attaching some review sheets in Google Classroom so that we don't go a long time without doing math and start losing those skills or getting rusty on what we're doing. Okay? All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great and wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.